Today's episode of Looping Through Life is brought to you by the band Fictional Reality. Listen now on Spotify. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Looping Through Life. Here yet today for another coaster dive. Headed a little bit to the east today to Hersheypark for this intimate beauty. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a dive into the controversial roller coaster amongst enthusiasts known as Skyrush. This once very, very painful roller coaster now has a glow-up from the new restraints.
A glow-up? Even with new restraints, it's still the same yellow beast trying to launch you into orbit?
I mean, either way, with the new restraints, it's still smooth and just it delivers the same amount of intensity.
So, less ouch and more wow. I'll believe it when my thighs stop filing complaints.
I mean, what doesn't this ride have, Ferris? From the 200-foot drop to awesome airtime throughout and now more smoother experience. I can't wait to dive into Skyrush.
Great. Just what we needed. A kinder, gentler way to question our life choices at 75 miles per hour.
Welcome to Coaster Dive. Today, we're heading to Hersheypark in Hershey, Pennsylvania, to break down one of the most intense, polarizing coasters in North America, Skyrush. Known for its brutal airtime, wild layout, and until recently, some of the most infamous restraints in the industry. But in 2024, everything changed. Let's dive in. Skyrush was announced on August 2nd, 2011, as the crown jewel of Hersheypark's Attraction 2012 campaign. It was built in the hollow section of the park, a scenic area near Spring Creek, and home to classic attractions like Comet and the park's iconic Kissing Tower. Skyrush was manufactured by tamed, the same company behind coasters like Millennium Force, Maverick, and Kingda Ka. The ride was designed to combine high speed, powerful airtime, and a unique seating configuration that had never been seen before in the United States. After delays caused by flooding during construction, the ride officially opened to the public on May 26, 2012. And from day one, it scared the hell out of people. Let's talk numbers. Skyrush climbs to a height of 200 feet, then plunges riders down a 212-foot drop at an 85-degree angle. You hit 75 miles per hour, pulling up to 5 Gs in certain moments. The ride is just over 3,600 feet long and lasts about a minute. But trust me, that minute is a full workout. The coaster features 5 airtime hills, multiple high-speed banked turns, and a now iconic Stengel dive. That's a snappy, twisting transition that throws you sideways at high speed. Skyrush uses a cable lift hill, meaning it drags you to the top lightning fast. You barely have time to panic before you're diving off the edge. Each train has 8 cars with 4 seats per row. The outer 2 seats on each row are winged. They hang off the side of the track with nothing below you. And those winged seats, they're absolutely unhinged. For over a decade, Skyrush was known for one thing almost as much as its layout: pain. The original lap bar restraints were controversial. Technically, they were lap bars, but to most riders, they felt more like blunt instruments. They pressed hard into your thighs during every airtime moment, to the point where the ride earned its most well-known nickname, ThighCrush. Online forums filled with debate. Some riders adored the intensity. Others limped away, swearing never to ride it again. And while the airtime was world-class, the pain was a deal-breaker for many. In 2024, Hersheypark made the move fans had been begging for. They partnered with Intamin to completely redesign Skyrush's seats and restraints. The new setup features modern lap bars, very similar to what you'd find on rides like Velocicoaster or Pantheon. They're ergonomic, padded, and shaped to hold you in without crushing your thighs. The seats were also redesigned to provide more support and accommodate a wider range of body types. Combined, the new seats and restraints totally transform the experience. You still get Skyrush's signature ejector airtime, the speed, and the aggression. But now, it doesn't feel like it's trying to murder you. The station also got a refresh, with better lighting and sound to round out the ride's glow-up. Let's walk through it. You board the train, pull down the new lap bar, and you're off. The cable lift yanks you up that 200-foot hill in what feels like seconds. No pause, no slow crest. Just a blink, and you're staring down a near vertical drop. You dive 212 feet, pulling insane airtime over the first hill. Then it's a blur of rapid transitions. Left, right, up, down. The airtime hills are so aggressive, they feel like they're trying to eject you into another state. But now, thanks to the updated restraints, you're not thinking about pain. You're just feeling the raw force and thrill of one of the wildest layouts Intamin ever built. For years, Skyrush was a love-it-or-hate-it coaster. It showed up on top 10 lists, but also on never-again lists. Some people called it the greatest airtime machine on Earth. Others, a medieval torture device. Now, with the 2024 upgrades, the tone has changed. Reviews have been overwhelmingly positive. Fans say it's finally re-rideable, finally comfortable, and finally living up to its potential. It hasn't lost its punch. It's just learned how to throw it without bruising you. Skyrush is still one of the most aggressive rides in the US. It's intense, it's relentless, but now it's also accessible. A ride that can thrill more people without beating them up in the process. In a world of family-friendly coasters and clones, Skyrush remains bold. It's a coaster that doesn't care if you're ready. It just goes. And now, it does so with restraint design that finally matches the quality of its layout. Whether you're a veteran thrill seeker or riding for the first time, Skyrush in 2024 delivers what it always promised: pure, unfiltered adrenaline. So, what does the future hold for Skyrush? Well, with the 2024 upgrades now in place, it's clear Hersheypark intends to keep this beast at the forefront of their coaster lineup. And rightfully so. While newer coasters like Candymonium and the family-friendly rides of Chocolate Town bring something for everyone, Skyrush remains the park's untamed alpha. The ride that tests your limits and leaves your hair standing straight up. In fact, in a way, Skyrush is even more special now, because there aren't many coasters left that hit this hard while staying compact and focused. It doesn't rely on inversions or theming gimmicks. It doesn't take 3 minutes to tell a story. It's fast, it's brutal, it's raw, and now it's finally comfortable enough to enjoy without wincing. This coaster is a love letter to thrill junkies. Every inch of track is designed to throw you, flip you, and slam you with G-force like it's trying to prove something. And for the longest time, it did all of that while crushing your legs into submission. That's been fixed. But the essence? That hasn't changed. Skyrush is one of the best examples of a ride that took real risks. It was ambitious, maybe even too ambitious in its original form. But that ambition is what coaster fans crave. In a world of cloned layouts, banked turns you've ridden 100 times, and forceless hypers that coast more than thrill, Skyrush is unapologetically intense. It was designed to stand out, and more than a decade later, It still does. And if you've never been to Hersheypark before, this coaster alone makes it worth the trip. Yes, you'll want to ride the other greats, Storm Runner, Fahrenheit, and Candymonium, but nothing else in the park, or even the state of Pennsylvania, hits quite like Skyrush. The new restraints have opened the door for an entirely new generation of riders. Kids who once had to skip it, now they're making it their favorite. Adults who swore it off after one ride, they're giving it a second chance and walking off smiling this time. Even die-hard enthusiasts who once braced themselves for bruises are coming back and saying, this is the ride it should have always been. So whether you're a longtime fan or a first-timer gearing up for a ride, Skyrush is Hersheypark's shot of pure adrenaline. It's a coaster that never cared about being gentle. But now that it's finally ditched its most infamous restraints, it's got nothing holding it back. Skyrush has evolved. It's no longer the ride that tries to destroy your thighs. It's the one that lifts you out of your seat, shakes you to your core, and leaves you breathless. In all the right ways. Thanks for joining this coaster dive. We'll see you in the next one. And remember, hold on tight, or don't. Skyrush won't wait. That's a wrap into the coaster dive today. Now it's back to the studio with Ryan and Ferris.
And that's going to be a wrap today, guys, with our deep dive into Skyrush. Still wild, still aggressive, but now still a little bit less likely to amputate your hips. Progress, at least.
Yeah, it's like giving a shark braces and calling it friendly. It still wants to eat you.
Either way, guys, drop a comment below to whether or not Skyrush is your favorite or whether it gave you emotional damage.
And don't forget to subscribe, or I'll strap you into the old restraints and launch you backwards twice.
Well,